Alright guys, this is Vader819 again, and today I would like to talk about some of the new characters that we could really use in the game. Now recently Capital Games has been giving us a lot of characters we want, considering the likes of Revan, C-3PO, Jango Fett, and many various others. But today I'd like to briefly go over some of the characters that I would like to see in the game that I think a lot of other people would too. And this could also relay into some factions as well. Now the first one I want to talk about is one that everybody wants and we have yet to see, and that is Padme. We really need Padme. She played an integral part in the Star Wars galaxy, considering that she led to the rise and fall of Anakin Skywalker, as well as many of the layers of the Galactic Senate as well. I think she would be a great character, and I think she'll eventually come along one day when referring to maybe a dark side hero's journey to get dark side Anakin Skywalker, which is another character that we do not have yet. Going on with that, I'd like to see a Galactic Senate faction, and I think that would be a really cool faction to have because we could get the likes of Chancellor Palpatine before everybody knew he was a Sith Lord. Spoiler alert there if you don't know that yet. But also we could get a Bail Organa maybe with that, Senate guards and Senate commandos as well, which would make a cool little extra faction that you could put out there in Grand Arena or Territory Wars and Territory Battles. The next faction that really needs a couple characters to kind of vamp it up and make it to that next step, but it's already a decent faction, is the First Order. And what I'd really like to see with the First Order is a General Hux character. And General Hux could actually, I believe, pave the way to a First Order capital ship, and he could commandeer that ship. And I think that would be a great addition to the game. I'd also like to see Flame Trooper added to the First Order lineup. I remember when the Force Awakens came out, the first thing you see is those Flame Troopers just wreaking havoc on the town. That would be a great character to add, considering that the First Order really doesn't have that great of an AoE damage presence. I think he would be a great one, and he could also add a burning effect on them as well. The next faction, well, it's not a faction, this one's more of a character that really needs to be able to use to ramp up a faction, is a Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. I'm not sure why we don't have one of these yet, but I don't think he should be a legendary. I don't think he should be overpowered or anything. I think he should just be a solid, good character that we get. I mean, he's on the intro screen to the game, and I'm surprised we haven't gotten him yet, because we have Commander Luke Skywalker, but unfortunately, he doesn't even fit under any of the Jedi factions. Neither does Farm Boy Luke, obviously. He's just kind of a character you have there to get Commander Luke Skywalker. Now the next character I'd really like to see us get would be some more scoundrel characters, and particularly from the Solo movie would be Dryden Voss and Tobias Beckett. Now Dryden Voss was amazing in the movie, especially since he was Vision as well in the Marvel movies, if you haven't seen those. But I love the way he has those little lightsaber daggers. They are the coolest things I think I've seen, and I'd love to see him more in the game, but I was really surprised when they didn't release him with the games, because I don't think they really released any villains from Solo. Range Trooper was the only dark side that came from Solo, and I was a little bit disappointed from that, because I enjoyed that movie. Another character from there would be Tobias Beckett, and I think he would definitely be a dark side character from Solo as well, because, I mean, he's just a natural backstabber, and untrusting, and it's kind of something I would like to see as well, because you got the young Han in there, young Lando, Enfys Nest, and all them. We need to see a dark side faction from that movie, not just Range Trooper by himself. And maybe another light side character to add to that, mainly just to get his ship, would be Rio. I'd like to see Rio in there so we could have another ship. I want characters with more ships for this game. So, now the next character I think we need is Hondo. And Hondo is a big part in the Clone Wars TV series, if you haven't seen it. He's a pirate, and he isn't really light side or dark side. He's just kind of neutral and in it for his own good. He's not like the bounty hunters who always seem to lean to the right. He's just doing his own thing there, even if it's good for the galaxy or bad for the galaxy, he doesn't care. What he really adds to the table is great dialogue, and I think those could really transition into some excellent abilities and really give us a good pirate faction to have out there and add on to the cargo ships as well. Really, I don't want to touch on too many other characters because I know they've already been touched on by other people, but yes, I believe Hondo, Padme, Jedi Knight Luke, a couple more Scoundrels, and the First Order additions. I think that would really give us a good sense of where we're going in the game if we get some of those characters eventually. And really a lot of these tie into I want some more ships in the game than what are available. There aren't a lot of ships available, but ships isn't the most popular with some people, and I think we need to find a way to expand that game, and it has grown incredibly, but I think with an addition of some of these characters, you could really expand the game of ships, especially by adding some more capital ships instead of just having the 4 options with one being a legendary capital ship. I think we need another capital ship as well. That's about it for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed the video, and make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Alright guys, till next time.